Hello BookTube and welcome back to my channel. You will see I have completed a new area for me to film in, which is very convenient because you can't see him, but Colin is at my knees and he just likes to be part of the action even if he's not on film. So today I'm coming at you with a free library book haul. They have been withdrawn from my school library where I work, and because there's perks being me, I got free reign to rummage my way through, and one of the particular ones that I wanted today, because my library lady knows that this person is one of my absolute favorites, but I pretty much got most of my books while I was a poor starving student, and it's about time for an upgrade, and that is Sarah Douglas. So join me to see what I got. So the idea behind this is I'm actually replacing some of my very old, very second, third, fourth hand copies with books that are being withdrawn from the library, and unfortunately they're not very well read. Fortunately for me, because I get some really nice, much better condition books, but apparently Sarah Douglas has peaked in her high school popularity, and yeah, if you are unaware of who Sarah Douglas is, she was an Australian author, and one of the big literary prizes in speculative fiction is now memorialized after her. Unfortunately, she passed on a few years ago, but I found her works when I was in high school, and she does speculative fiction and historical fiction, two of which things I absolutely love. So she has always been in my top 3 authors of all time, and unfortunately now all 3 are gone, Douglas Adams being the top and the first one to go while I was in high school, and Terry Pratchett being a couple of years ago. So let's have a look at what I scored. So firstly, a series that I haven't actually got to, which there's this thing about when you know there's no more coming, there's just, you want to hold on to that idea that I'm going to be able to read something new, and this is the Troy game. I'm not entirely sure where this fits into her universe or her story arcs, because they do sort of join up at stages. So the first one is Hades' Daughter, and that looks terrible, so I'm going to do the reveal of the taking off the library cover. Oh, look at that. So, because these are all going to come off, and that one there, very nice. Then we have a God's Concubine, and we'll take that one off. And they have some fantastic covers. We have the Dark Witch Rising. That one. And the 4th book in this series, Druid's Sword. So I'm going to have to get into these ones pretty soon. And I think next year I'm going to make some commitments to reading more Australian and favourite authors than just reading what's new and up and coming. This one doesn't want to come off. There we go. So that's that one there. We have the Wayfarer's Redemption arc, which I do believe goes into the universe that I am absolutely in love with, which is the Threshold arc. So we have Sinner, #1. And that's how it looks without plastic. We have book #2, which is Pilgrim. Oops. Oh, another one that's pretty stuck on good. Come off backwards. So that is Pilgrim. And #3 is Crusader. And that one's done really well as well. Oh. They're not supposed to be easy to get off, so. So that's the last one in the Wayfarer Redemption. Then we have the Axis trilogy with Battle Axe. Enchanter. So we have Enchanter. And finally, Starman. That's Starman. One of her historical fiction novels. We have the Crucible. #1 is Nameless Day. Ha, that one came off good. So, Nameless Day, and this is set during the time of Joan of Arc, and I love this series. That was #1. This is #3 because my copy of, can't think of the name of it, the middle one, The Wounded Hawk, it was actually better than the copy that they had. And finally, the book that started it all for me. Now, I'm replacing the copy that I had because, you know, when you read a copy too many times and it sort of goes like this without actually being flipped up and it's all sort of falling apart. Well, my copy of this book is on that sort of level, and that is the standalone book. It says gripping prequel, but it came like 12 years before, which is Threshold, and I read this in high school and absolutely adored it because it was all set in an Egyptian style fantasy realm, and it had to do with prime numbers. And yes, I know I ended up being a maths teacher, but at the time it was just fascinating. And this is a prequel to the Dark Glass Mountain trilogy, which is literally behind my head. These are my copies that I bought new. There was very few books that I decided that I had to buy the copies as they came out, but because of this, these ones were, and I needed a new copy that I could actually sit down and read, and this one is going to be it. So yeah, absolutely fantastic. If you like massive world building across many books, give Sarah Douglas a go. She got so many awards while she was writing, and it's just a testament to how well loved in the fantasy realm that she is still, that they named an award after her passing. So the ones that I'm getting rid of will be coming in a unhaul video. And yeah, if you like your epic world building and wonderful characters and story, give Sarah Douglas a go, and happy reading. Bye.